Ladies and gentlemen, Coach Garrett, Coach Ryan, Axistence Athletics, showing you a couple tips on the bench press. All right, so let's talk about the setup. Garrett, how tall are you?
Oh, 6'1".
6'1". So this dude's got some pretty big arms, right? Long arms, long arms. If he lays down on the bench, all right, now go ahead and push those shoulders into the bench, Garrett, and I want you to raise that bar up. All right, so if you'll notice the cup here, if you can come in, camera, come on in. All right, so on his last press out, he should be able to press out, come right back in and down. All right, so you want this J cup right to where the bar can hit the cup and come straight down. If your J cup is too low, this will happen. So Garrett, come on. Whoops. Not the end of the world when it's an empty bar, but if it's a 1 rep max or a 10 rep max or something like that, things get dicey. Garrett's shoulders, all right, should be pressed into the bench. One of the things that we want to think about on the bench press is not pressing the bar away from you, but instead pressing your shoulders into the bench. So if I stick my hand under his shoulders, there should be no wiggle room. So Garrett, pull your shoulders up off. Up. That's a bad position. That's a position that he might dislocate or sublux a shoulder. You don't want to do that. All right? So what he's going to do is think about pushing his shoulders away from that bar. So drive your shoulders into the bench. That's going to build your solid foundation, and from here he can press straight up and out. So from this position, go ahead and bring it down. All right, so pushing his shoulders away from the bar, he's going to create some space. Go ahead and press it out, and everything stays completely stable. Now, go ahead and bring it down, Garrett. Show us a bad one. All right, so there we go. Terrible. I don't even want to see it. Let me throw it in my mouth. Big things, takeaways. Make sure that your J cup is in the right position to start with. Make sure that your shoulders are being pressed away from the bar. And then there's one last tip. So if Garrett is going for a 1 rep max, he doesn't need to take this bar out of the rack himself. All right? He can, but for safety's sake, it's nice to have a spotter. So on 3, I'm going to help him lift off and get it into position. His shoulders are still staying into the bench. So as we talked about never letting your shoulders leave the bench, if you're going for a max rep, you might actually have to push your shoulders away from the bar to get this thing up, and there's no need to do that. It puts your shoulders in a shitty position. Push them into the bench, and on 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. So from right there, he didn't have to elevate his shoulders at all. I've helped him into a good position, and now he can go about his bench business. Those are some tips on the bench press. Thanks for watching.